And I actually like this quest, Party 101. You have to help a gnome throw a party. Hey Jabberwocky, how are you? Happy Saturday. I like this quest too. I thought that was a cool quest. All these quests are pretty cool. Like it's a pretty cool expansion. The problem that I had with it majorly is the fact that it didn't have a Slayer zone, which I think is, you know, one of my favorite parts of DDO when I'm in epics is going into a Slayer zone to get experience and to loot the, you know, the like the common chests that are out in the zone. It's one of the reasons that I really like the Salt Marsh. So, like for them to not have like a college campus Slayer zone or something, I feel like they missed an opportunity. But we'll do this. This quest here is pretty fun. This quest does not need a guide though, because this quest is really easy. Very
Several
straightforward. You
students still
basically just
linger
have to
here,
help
though
a gnome throw a
classes have been
party.
over for hours. Holtz has invited you to a party
So
in the next
we don't
room.
need to do a guide for this. But it is fun to do. The gnome throws
You've
parties
arrived at
like I
Holtz's
throw
party
parties,
to
right?
find
Like he's throwing a
an
party right
empty
now.
room,
This is
except
his
for your
entire party.
host.
There's nobody here. So we have to go find somebody who goes to the school named Ariana, who's going to, she's a
Clearly,
party
Holtz doesn't
planning
know how to
expert.
throw
She
a
will
real
help
party.
like
He asked you to
put
speak with
together
Ariana
a normal
to pick
party.
up some tips.
The worst part about this quest is these
A magic
hallways
mouse
have
calls
these
out.
decorative
Intruder,
weapons, and we've already
activate
talked about
security
how they
system.
bypass,
Some of the decorative weapons that line the walls animate
you know,
and
like
attack.
fortification. Keep missing that Plague Reaper. Yeah. So this is, I don't know if you guys have this problem. When you try to tab target to something close to you, it tabs the thing that's farthest away from you. I cannot figure out why it does that. It won't tab the thing that's right next to me. It'll tab the thing that's 45 yards away in some obscure corner. But we got it. We eventually got it and didn't die. Yeah, she's gonna help us throw the party. She's going to tell us what we need to get people to show up. Apparently you need music, you need cool lights, and you need good food. So we have to go and raid a kitchen, and we have to go to a classroom and get a disco ball. And then we have to go into another classroom and borrow a magical loot from these bunch of bards. It sounds pretty good. Although I have in real life thrown parties with really good food and lots of music and funky lights and still had no one show up. So I'm not sure that the game logic works. But we'll go with it. Right? We'll just try to suspend our disbelief. So here's Ariana. She tells us what we need. Globe of light, the food, and then the loot.
Ariana is an expert party planner.
The kitchen is right here.
Three items that will
This
make
is
Holtz's
pretty
party
straightforward.
amazing. The globe of light, Arcanist's delight in the kitchen, and a
We
magic.
just have to deal with these little
Tell by
construct
smell
pies,
of
but
baked
these are
goods.
nothing like
This
the,
is the kitchen. You
yeah,
spotted
party
Arcanist's
favors,
delight.
right? Like
But
tote
before
bags
you
that people
reach
can
it,
take
a
at the
nearby
end of
tray
the.
of pies animates and attacks. The last pie falls to the ground with a soft squish. The smell of the freshly baked
Yeah,
Arcanist's
so
delight
those
makes your mouth
little
water.
cakes that just attacked
This
us,
cake will
I'm not sure if they're
definitely make
coded
better
right because
party
they're
food
really
than
easy to kill.
Holtz's paltry plate of vegetables.
Compared to the decorative weapons, they're super easy. The decorative weapons are no joke, though. Like, if I were on hardcore, I would be hysterical getting this close to one. They hit really hard. Especially on R4. Like, the damage that they're doing to me is crazy. You can see it. Like, I mean, look, I'm getting... It's like I'm wearing nothing. It actually even procced my Unyielding Sentinel. So, they are no joke. Oh, and there's a champion. Yeah, that Archeron or whatever. In Unyielding Sentinel, I have this tier 4. Whenever I drop below 20% health, I'm hit with a bunch of heals. It's called Last Hope. It really isn't worth all that, but it's good. Basically, it lets me know as soon as I see it proc, like, that I'm almost dead. But there's another champ, so I want to try to CC it. And we were able to catch it in our Evards. There's a chest behind this wall, so we are going to loot it. On the off chance that those augments drop in random chests, right? Like, that was a pretty cool augment that I looted earlier. For those of you guys who weren't here and didn't see it, this is it right here. How to fast cast. It's an augment that gives you +3 bonus on casting. Quicken, like, reduces the cost of quicken for you, basically. So it's pretty cool. We haven't seen augments like that before, so. I'm wondering if they drop in all of these chests or if... Oh, there's a trap back there. Nothing. Well, we tried. The DDO tote bag. What would be on the DDO tote bag?
When you enter the room, they look up with a
Dragon?
shocked expression and send the iron defenders after you.
A dragon for the Year of the Dragon?
As the last iron defender falls to the ground, one of the artificers gasps.
Here's our disco ball. Oh, we can't just take it. We have to ask for it.
The student apologized for sending
we
their
will give
iron
it back.
defenders to attack. They thought you were an intruder.
So we've got our disco ball, we've got our food,
as long as you
and now I need to go get the music.
The globe of light glitters in your hand as you take it from its pedestal.
I wonder why the decorative weapons keep attacking. Other than the fact that they... I mean, isn't this a school? Like, why?
This must be the Bard's Club.
These barbarians or whatever they attack me immediately.
They're barbarians. Their leader nods at
It's not a friendly class.
Let the sparring begin.
Yeah, I've got them all dancing. So this makes me wonder if they're going to give us the like an archetype barbarian, since that's what these people are. I think it would be pretty cool. People already make barbarians, but it would be nice to have an official archetype. I mean, this dude is not a very good teacher, right? Like, I walked in asking for help and he's just trying to club me. It's ridiculous. Which means he may be not what he appears. Yeah, exactly. He just hit me with a long stun.
The barbarian leader finally yields.
Okay, that's
He
enough.
beckons you to speak to him.
I need to
The
borrow your
barbarians thought
loot.
You were the guest
Thank
they were
you.
expecting to spar with them in a practice fight. Valencia points you to the magic loot, but warns that only a skilled bard
Gotta
should
take
play
all the
it.
party
You
stuff
wonder
back
if
to
something
Ariana and
strange
let
might
her
happen when you pick up the loot.
throw the
But
party
nothing
for
does.
us.
You don't know what's worrying Valencia.
There we
This
go.
seems to be an ordinary loot. Now that you've found all 3 party members, Ariana can help Holtz save his party. She says that she'll meet you there, but suggests that more guests and decorations.
Unfortunately,
could
though, I
elevate
don't
the
think it
party
makes the
from
party
good
any better.
to amazing.
It still looks like a combat dojo and not a party. Okay, hopefully she puts the disco ball up. I have a
Before
feeling.
anyone can stop him, Holtz picks up the loot and plays a few notes. A Vrock
I
appears
wonder if a
before
lot
you.
of stuff is going to pop.
Only a skilled bard can play that lute without summoning
Get out of
me.
that. Oh, let's see how much it does. Yeah, it's just about 1,000 sonic damage and a stun. Like I couldn't move. So you don't want to be caught in that. And then that gives you disease, which is stacking. I think it does sonic damage as well. But I'd much rather fight a Vrock than fight one of those Nothics. Those things are awful. I mean, they're cool monsters. I'm glad they added them, but they just do a lot of force damage to you really fast. So they can be very bad. Alright, man. Have a good night. Yep. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully the gnomes party takes off after this Vrock is dead. An accidentally summoned Vrock. Now, the thing I can't help but notice is that the barbarians attacked me immediately when they saw me, and yet here's this crazy Vrock that shows up and they're not helping. I don't get it. Yeah, if you're close, I don't know what you have for favor or what level you are, but there's still plenty of time. Yeah, there's still plenty of time to earn the horse. 3,000 favor, you can cherry pick your way all the way there, and there's so much favor. The other thing to keep in mind too is that there's also favor once you hit level 20. You can do all the quests that take you to the Forgotten Realms, and then you can do all those Evening Star quests that have even more favor, and they're not very difficult to do on Elite. And they're all reasonably quick. So it's definitely doable in a week to get the horse. Yeah, even if you were starting from scratch. I don't know how much of the quests, like level 1 to 4 that you did already, but if you did most of them, you're in a really good spot. And that's even if you skip things like Proof in the Poison and Stealthy Repossession and things like that. Oh, good, get up. Still, nobody helps me deal with the Vrock.
The Vrock falls, and the
Hey,
students
there's
at
the
party
disco
clap
ball.
and cheer. Your monster fight turned out to be the perfect
Okay.
kickoff to Holtz's party. You've taken Holtz's
And that's
party
it.
from a failure to a
Right? No guide
rager.
needed for this
All's
quest.
well
It's
that
very
ends well,
simple.
so long as he stays away from
Not a lot of
dangerous
XP. I did not get any gear. I did not get one of those new augments, but I did get some crafting mats. So that's cool. It's not a bad expansion to pick up. Of course, if you were thinking about it, if you didn't own all the expansions yet, I would like my tier list, S tier, Feywild, absolutely needed. Like that's probably the first one that I would get if I didn't have anything. And then the next one would be the Isle of Dread. Feywild gear set is really awesome still, even now it's some of the best stuff. And then the dinosaur weapon that you can make at level 31 is just so phenomenal that it's really worth it. But I'm going to go refresh my tea, take 5 right here, and I'll be back in a sec.